Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our Pure Angels playthrough. Hope you are having a great day. A couple quick announcements as we dive back into automating blocks here. As always, I just want to remind you that a subscribe button exists. You may do with that whatever you would like. I also want to remind you that I have a Twitch, so feel free to follow me or join in the live streams there so you can chat it up while we play. And I have a Patreon, so feel free to support me there if you would like to. And there are some exciting rewards that I'm going to be adding to the Patreon soon, so stay posted for a channel update video sometime in the next couple weeks with a few of my plans there. And on top of that, I've also done some other series for new games. So Foundry is coming out these days, and there will be another game soon. So feel free to join in on all of that, or don't. If you just come here for Factorio, that is completely fine, and you can keep doing that forever. So on to the automating of things. Let us continue. We would like to get our construction blocks, and we would also like to get fluid box and mechanicals. And so we're going to do that first, and then the electronics ones we're going to do separately because we need cable harnesses first. So that's kind of annoying. Oh no, my quick break is still on. Thank you for pointing that out. Whew, that's embarrassing. I've done that more than once. Also, congratulations on 20k channel points, Brandon. That's fun. So yeah, what do we need to do? Let's start with these two. Because these two don't require any other inputs other than what I've already made. Oop, wrong button. Pin to the side. So these are already ready to go with what we've automated here. Yeah, I don't know why I don't kind of just like that up here. It's more out of the way. Okay, so what I'm doing is making... Is this not enough rods? Did I not? Oh, it's not. Crap. I need a third one because of numbers. I didn't do numbers. Numbers, Mason. I didn't do them. So I think that should get me what I need now. So then that is iron. Ooh, a train. Look at that. Beautiful. Iron rods, iron plates, and a few construction frames. Okay, so construction frames will come back out this way. And then we need more rods and plates, but only one building's worth. So I could just have another building here. Doing that, and then, heck, even the rod one, we only need 3 a second, so we could just put this here and do something like that. And that should do it for all that I need. For these two block types, anyway. And then we'll automate that. So I don't need the rods, actually. We do need the rest. So 10, 10, 4, 12, 4. That is a lot. That is 41 assemblers. So we'll kind of use this area over here for that. We need 4 making gears, which go into 12 making mechanical parts. That seems like prime time for direct insertion. So 4 making gears. Oh wait, we need spacing here. So now that I have the new whatchamacallits, diagonal inserters, I can do this, which is something I wanted to do a long time ago. And so we can set this up. So that's all we need there, and then this one will be insert from that side, and then mechanical parts 6 go into 10, making mechanical blocks. That's a really weird ratio, and there's a part of me that just wants to make it 1-to-1, like so. And then I have the frames on a belt behind it, like this. And then we can just copy that whole chunk 4 times. And then this will be the frames. And this will be the rods. Okay. I want to say that's going to work, but let's find out. So far, so good. Sweet. Okay, yeah, it seems to be working. And then that altogether makes only 3 per second, which is pretty slow if you ask me, but it should be enough. And we're going to have to load these into a different train station, so we're going to go into this block to the right. Speaking of which, I should probably get that locked in here. Bingo. We've got a big stereotype patch. Am I going to feel bad for not mining that? Maybe, maybe not. But we'll see. Either way, I'm going to need... Oh yeah, you can see my new one versus my old one. New, improved, old, and cursed. Much better. You go there. Okay. So that's all set up, and then we're going to need the same thing plus some things making pipes. So this one needs to split off and go up. And we also need the iron up here. So I guess we could split here and just do left iron. Because this doesn't need any iron and this doesn't need any rods. So I can combine them here. Like so. Okay. And then we're going to need 10. So same story with this, although that's actually 12, so we need a couple less. And then I'm going to need to make some pipes somewhere. So let me put this up here. And I only need 4 making pipes, which is pretty insignificant, actually. Maybe. Let's do this. Make the pipes down here. And that way, we can actually load in the iron. Maybe I'll do one of these numbers. We load in the iron there. And then only... I mean, at this point, I should also have... one of these, right? Maybe I'll just filter right here. Since I'm doing both, it's going to be easier that way. Don't need that. Then it's just rods there. That's going to be pipes. Okay. Get this all managed. And what are these? 1.5? Also, the astute among you might be asking yourself, why sometimes do I put the inserters like this? And why sometimes do I put them like this? The answer is my whimsy. Whatever I'm feeling at the moment. So, if that answer does not please you, then I apologize. But that is why it happens. Now, we actually want these to be on the other side, due to how we're side loading up here. So we gotta fix that real quick. And I believe that does it. And now we just have to run this by our mech block makers, power everything up, and I think we'll be good to go. Which feels real good. What did I just do? The heck? Oh, wrong recipe. Okay. These are fluid box block makers. That's why. I was like, I swear I did this right. No. Okay, we did it right. Don't worry. Don't worry. We also need power for this. So what is going on here? Inconsistent powering is the curse of any good factory. Okay. Sweet. So we've got those 2 blocks figured out. Check. And now the main one left is this guy. This guy. We need stone and stone brick, plus the 2 frames we've already made to come up with 2 types of construction block. So I would like to do this one in this block as well. This will be all the construction-y blocks. So we need the 2 types of frames we've already done. That is going to be, well, over here. We've already got this. So we'll pull that split off, and then we've got these. So we'll just combine those. So now we've got that. And then I need stone and stone brick to be added into this big boy here. So stone, and that's going to be -60 stacks, or maybe just 80. So we have a lot of stone. And stone brick, same story, 80 stacks. So those will be flowing in soon, and we'll have to get an output on each of those. Combine onto a single belt, and get out of here. Stone, yada yada, brick, and that will do it. And then we need 10 with the frame one and stone, and then 20. Okay, so how do we do this? So I guess I'll start here. Maybe leave room for whatever, someday. Beacons. I'm getting more and more doubtful I'm going to make it to beacons. I'm starting to already feel burnt out a little bit on Pure Angels, and we are barely getting started with it. But we are like 50 episodes in, so it's not like I haven't played a lot of it. You know, we are at well over 50 hours at this point. So I feel like if I've given something 50 hours of gameplay, we've made some good progress. And it's not like I'm quitting, you know, now. But I'm just doubtful I'm going to get... I'm doubtful I'm going to get past 100 episodes. I'd be impressed if I got past 100 episodes. It's possible, though. So, we've got this. Is this all I need? That's all I need for this one. We'll need to mess with it for the next one, because the next one is steel, these ones, and stone brick. So maybe I should do some filtering here, because we actually need to kind of mix and match here. So steel, going this way, needs to combine with whichever one's on the bottom. Hopefully that's stone brick. Yeah, that actually works out nicely. So stone brick going that way. And then these will go to the next layer. And then stone, which is going this way. Oh shoot, there's no way to do this though. I guess I can do it like that. What am I doing? Again, with the cursed stuff, I think I just sometimes forget I can do this. I either forget I can do it, or I think that it wouldn't actually accomplish my goals. Because when I'm pulling items off of a bus, that's actually the easier way to do it. But if I'm just splitting one item in one direction and the other item in the other direction, this is a better way to do it. Construction frame 2 goes left. This one goes forwards, and then we combine them. Yeah. And then, well, I guess we combine this like so. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Copy. 6, 8, 10. Nice. That works. And then now these all get output. How far do I expect I will get into pi? Now that is a question. With an answer. What answer? I don't know yet. The answer to that is I mean, as always, I have no commitments. I have no idea for real, but I would expect... I think I need an extra space here. Oh, and then we're going to go back 10 more. Yikes. Yeah, that's a long row. Maybe I should do... Nah, it's fine. Here. Whee! There's a placeholder. These go here. These go here. Let's try the correct direction. I'm running out of belts. I'm still answering the pie question. I just haven't really turned my brain onto the question yet. I think probably to at least where we got before, definitely. I mean, that would be silly if we didn't. So that would be chemical plus pie science. I'd be very surprised if... I mean, if I get burnt out and I don't want to play the game, I'm not going to play the game. That, like... The whole goal of me streaming and making YouTube videos is having fun. And if I stop having fun, I will stop. So that is a possibility, but I don't think it's likely. I do think we're going to get to at least Chem plus Pie Science. And probably I would enjoy really making a stab at the next tier of science past that. I don't remember if it's the green ones or the yellow ones. I think it's the green ones. Because I've never gotten that far. So I really would like to get that far if I can. But, you know, as I said, if I'm just not having fun, I'll just stop. I don't want to not have fun playing a game. So, now, are we getting stone bricks yet? What's going on here? Oh, this... Wait. Oh, yeah, the stack threshold's 40, which means 40,000 stone. Oh, here's the stone. Okay, good. It's here. It has arrived. It's just gonna... Oh, it takes a while to do 40 stacks because of how much freaking stone that is. Because it stacks to 500 instead of 200. Right. Okay, so that will arrive, and then these will be C block 2s. Copy that along. And then we need to output that. Again with a power pole. Copy that. And I'm gonna run out of belts. Sad day. Wait, did we have exactly one left over? That's perfect. Perfection. Okay. I like it. So now we're gonna need to load essentially this and these two. Where are they? Where are those little dudes? Oh, no. Where's the... What am I doing? Yeah, this. These two. So, mechanical blocks, fluid box blocks, construction block 1, construction block 2. And then we're loading construction frame 1 and 2 in at that point. So we're going to need to add some more stations to this. This Crotinium patch is probably going to get ran over. I'm fine with that. I'm maybe less fine about the stereotype patch given how big it is. But with Crotinium, I probably will want to use a bigger patch. Although Crotinium patches all seem to be somewhat small. It's really weird to me why some ores are smaller than others. But, you know, this patch up here is pretty big. That one's pretty big. That one's pretty big. So we can always tap into those if we need to. So, I guess I need to go get some more resources. Let me try to build some of these rails first before I head home. Get this stuff built. Run in circles. And it looks like I'm pretty close to being out of inserters as well. Which makes sense, given what I've done here. With all these inserters. How many inserters are in this block? I can't even see. The answer is 339. That's a lot. Okay, just making sure all the stations built. Okay, I think we're good on that, and then we'll just kind of run around the edge here, get the rest of the block finished. Just take our time. Having some fun. Now, by the time you guys see this on YouTube, the video may already be out or have happened, but I am going to be streaming this weekend the game Songs of Conquest, which I'm pretty excited about. It's a strategy game that's kind of supposedly a bit like Heroes of Might and Magic-y, like it draws a lot of inspiration from that genre. What's interesting, though, is I've never actually played Heroes of Might and Magic, and so I'm actually really excited to play this game, first of all, because it's got really good ratings, and second of all, because I never quite got into Heroes of Might and Magic, but I kind of feel like I would have if I had played it back then. So it's not necessarily because I don't find the game interesting. I've never really tried it. So I'm excited for that. That'll be probably on Saturday, depending on a couple things, but definitely this weekend. But for now, we are building rails. Running back and forth on top of the rails. A very dangerous activity, but thankfully we don't have to worry about trains on this particular rail yet. Although they could be on these. They're not going to be on these, because those stations are not doing anything. And if I'm remembering correctly, stations have a really big pathfinding penalty. So even if a train could drive through and go past a station, it's not going to, unless that's like the only way it can go. Or it will save like, I mean, I think it's something ridiculous. Like 5,000 tiles of rail or something is the only reason it would go through a station. Maybe it's less than 5,000, but it is big, whatever it is. Okay, so this is now set up. We are going to need to load in 1, 2 for these two, 3, 4. So I need at least 4 providing stations. Plus, if I do electronics blocks here, those are 3 more block types. And I think I will do electronics blocks here, because this is only 34 assemblers. So what I want to do is leave... I will go ahead and merge these. I'm going to leave some space here for loading, unloading a bunch of types of material. We're going to need all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, except for the frames. So we're going to need 6 items unloaded here. So I'm going to leave a little bit of extra space, and we're going to copy our provider station. So normally we have 2 tiles. I'm going to go with 4. So we have plenty of space. Actually, 5 maybe? No, we'll do 4. Now, these I don't need very much space at all. In fact, we're going to pack them in here because I know that I'm just going to be loading in 1 belt of stuff, which can come in from the bottom or the top. So that's 3 more items. That will handle the 3 block types. And then this feels weird, but I might go all the way on the other side here so that we leave an opening for our steertight. So we're going to go all the way over there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the number of things I believe we will need. And then we'll extend this. A little too far, apparently. Guess I can just go this way. And then again, with the when you hold shift, you can hit R, and it changes what direction it comes in at. That is so beautiful. Wait, what's happened here? Oh, I built 1 tile too far down. It's supposed to go here. There we go. Okay, so we got that. And then this... I guess I got to delete these. Goes left, goes left, goes left. Oh, this is so much easier than what I had before. It's amazing. And then from here, they will all turn left and go straight. And I'll probably have a loading station on the end here for some steertight. Is that? Hold on. Now I've confused myself. Let's draw a line here so that they're all in line with each other. And then this can just merge in with that. Now, this one probably, given all the extra space we have, that should probably be its own block, and then that should probably be its own block, just so that there's a little bit of ability for trains to get out of here faster. And then, yeah, you know, it's kind of interesting. It doesn't really free up more blocks, but it does mean trains can come up closer faster. So, like, a train can be waiting here rather than back here, and that's going to help out a little bit. So I think this overall will get trains out of here a bit faster. So that's good. Get rid of these 3 trees. And we're going to need tons of inserters, tons of other things. Let me just make sure all the basics are built here. And we should be on our way to finishing all the blocks, including electronics block 2, which is a big deal. So we're just going to need to do harnesses. Why don't I put that on a hell mod here? So harnessing... Actually, wait, I want this to be part of the same block. Harness. Bam, that one. So this is plates only. This is going to be uncoiling. This is going to be uncoiling. And then just a bunch of cellulose. So the problem with cellulose is I don't have a great... Ooh, do I have a great way to make it? Oh no, now I'm conflicted. Is tianaton a better way to make cellulose than the green algae? Guess we're gonna find out. We'll do tianaton version, and we will do green algae version. Oh, that block is empty. Okay, so green algae version we'll start with. Why is the output 0? Oh, because it's below that one. We'll unlink it and call it 6, because that's what the other one is. So green algae, made the normal way, requires essentially a very small amount of crushed stone and a reasonably small amount of coal. There are some other ways to make it, but I think this is better than making it with the cellulose fiber. So that's that. That's actually pretty simple. And then there's this one. 1 bioprocessor worth. And then we're going to need some sort of loop to make the tianaton seeds. And then we're going to need soil, which we know is annoying as all get out. I really wish there were better ways to make soil eventually, or mud. There's just nothing. Angels doesn't have like a second tier of mud production, which I think it really should. Because soil's just annoying. If you remember when we set up, it was for green circuits. Where did we do this? There. So soil, just for 1.5 soil, we needed essentially the full 5 washing plants for that. Just for 1.5 soil a second. So, yeah, soil is annoying. All that to say, back to what we're looking at here with tianaton, or tianaton? Tianaton? I don't know. Matrix solver. So we would need 0.6 soil per second and only 3 farms. Power-wise, it's 1.1 megawatts, although we're not really accounting for the compost, which we could make from tianaton itself, 2 each, which then further bumps up the amount we need. See, this is the problem, is compost. How good is composting brown algae? Because that's something you can get super easily. Cellulose fiber's bad. Brown algae, interestingly... See, that's almost better. I almost like that better. 1.3 megawatts. It keeps the farms down. 2.6. Versus using the tianaton itself. Goes up to 4.6 farms. And the problem with that is it requires more mud. And mud is the annoying thing in the first place. That's, 0.77 for using the brown algae. It's down to 0.6. 1.3 megawatts versus, what was it? 1.4. It's slightly more power. So, I mean, it's a little bit of the, like, half a dozen versus 6. Honestly, they both seem pretty competitive. This one's annoying because then you need, like, a saline water production for the brown algae, and then 2 algae farms, which are pretty big. So maybe just the farming route is better. I don't know. But mud is so annoying. I feel like reducing mud as much as possible is my preference. Oh, welcome back, Brandon. So I would do this. This can make cellulose, or this can make cellulose. Power is exactly the same. 15 buildings versus 11 buildings. That's not all that different. These buildings are bigger. Well, I mean, we have 2 algae farms versus 4. I think that's the biggest thing. Rather than farming, we could just use algae farms. Now, the difference is if we have temperate environment farms, then this gets a little bit more competitive here. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. What I think I might do... Look at this. We have absurd amounts of green algae here already. And we have an open provider station. So my thought is we're not going to be using all this paper all the time. So we have a priority offshoot, or even just half. It'll use up to 1/4 of my paper algae and turn it into cellulose fiber and throw that in here. And then I just have it in the network. And that will probably last me for a good long time without any issues. So I've decided that's what I'm going to do. After looking at all of this, I'm not going to do any of it. I mean, I'm going to do a little bit of it, I guess. Turning... where'd my train get left? Hold on. I am without a ride. Catch a ride. Seriously, though, where did I leave it? Yikes. Oh, it's all the way up there? Ooh. We made it far on foot. We've come such a long way. Oh, guys, I'm so excited for stack inserters. What did they need again? Why did it make me sad? Orange circuits, that's what. But we're kind of getting closer. We can easily make 10 servo motors at this point. So we'll have that soon. And then orange circuits require orange boards, which require liquid plastic. So we are going to need to get into that whole mess. Silver, so we're going to have to do some weird sorting. Cupric chloride, which requires copper and hydrogen chloride. That's not too bad. And then microchips, which are silver, sulfuric, and silicon. So really, once we get silver and silicon going, and liquid plastic, then we've got all the major components we need. Sorry, I'm going to the train. I'm not doing a good job of that. Wow, I can't believe we're so short on the... whatchamacallits. It's that stupid crushed stone. Also, I really screwed this up. So let me fix this real quick. Before we go anywhere, we want to copy this whole set here. I don't think I need this many extra. Maybe I'll do one on each side, so that's a little nicer. And then, yeah, I really need undergrounds here to connect. Oh, I'm out of inserters, so that didn't really help me at all, did it? Whoops. Let me at least get rid of the ore I just picked up. Okay, so back over to the train. Let's try to not get hit. Okay, and we definitely need lots of stuff. So back to the base. Back to the base. I do like my city block system. I'm not going to use it for Pyanodons, just because of the negative impact of alternating kind of left, right, left, right. It just makes for a lot less usable space because each of these intersections makes it really tricky to blueprint a station, a loading station coming in or out. And so having this in the same spot as this is very convenient, because then you have way more space to play with. So that is the short answer of what I'm going to do for Addons, if you care. Okay, we need all the things. Let me first grab all of these that got made. And why are we stopped? We're stopped because of green circuits. Okay, good to know. And then big power poles, we are probably fine. I just got dropped off the box, the hotbar, for some reason. Medium poles were probably not fine. Yeah, let's go with 200. Going back through the list here. Stations, could use a few more. LTN Combinators, 50 is a lot. Back down. What do we got? Motors. Frames. Rails, we need a bunch of those. Take 1200. Signals, 50 and 100 is good. I will take all the inserters. Haven't needed a lot of filter inserters. Mini loaders, the filter mini loaders get used a lot at unloading stations. Nanobots get used a lot for everything. And then belts. We could grab some miners to set up the steer type mining, but I don't really need to waste my time with that right now. Definitely belts. We'll go with, yeah, that's good. 1200-ish. And splitters, undies, and pipes. I think we're good. We didn't use any pipes. So then some blocks, and I think we're good to go. Just make sure I have enough of all this. Oh yeah, we look good. We're looking good. In fact, I probably have extras because of all of the new ones I'm making. Sweet. Alright. Alright. Back to it. We are back to here. We need a radar over here, first of all. So let's do that. Do I have the ingredients? I do. Let's see if we can get to top speed on this long stretch before we get there. 260, 270, oh, no, braking. Sad. Sad. Okay. Let's get all this built. I could have grabbed some more steel chests, I guess. 533 is a lot, though, so maybe we're okay. These are only, what is this, 12? No. 30-ish total? Because it's 12 plus 12 plus 2 plus 26. Okay, so we've got all that. Now we do need to load these in. We need to bring... Oh, shoot. The freaking... Okay, I'll set up the loading for this, and then we'll go do the cellulose fiber. Completely forgot about that. And we will also get rid of these flippin' trees so that we can see our beautiful rail system instead. Okay, so we've got mech and fluid box. These will both be on these two, and then the other ones need to carry on further, which is fine. We also need frames over here for the electronics blocks. Okay. Alright, that's all fine and dandy. So this one comes out here. Oh, trees. Go away. Go away! And then we turn around, go this way, do this, do one of these. Now this is for the fluid box. Surely 30 stacks for blocks is enough, right? Surely. That even feels like too much. So I'm already doing more than I think I should with this. And then this one turns around, loads in, and that is beautiful. Okay. So the mech blocks are going. Don't call us Shirley. I understood that reference. Though I actually don't remember anything about the movie, I do know the reference. Provide mechanical blocks. I'm just going to call them mech blocks 1 on. And our stack threshold is 5 for this. And this is provide fluid. Oops, what is that? Provider 5. Station name. Provide fluid box blocks. I'll just call them fluid blocks. 1. Okay, now why are they not running? Oh, probably because I'm missing 2 belts. That's a good reason for something to not work. Then these are the construction blocks. Given how far they have to go and the fact that I'm probably never going to have more than 15 a second, I will compile them into a single belt. Consolidate is, I guess, a better word for what I'm trying to say there. And then now I will take the remnants of the steel frames and the iron frames, because both will be needed. That's not right. Both will be needed for the mech blocks. So there we go. So these all need to make their way over to the right side of the rails here. This needs to go over, because that's where the construction will be. I'm hoping I don't get run over here. I'm not being very careful. I should be zoomed out if I'm near rails. It's the smart move anyway. I've never been one for the smart move. Yeah, we'll go over one more. This is the one that's going out, so that'll come up there. This one keeps going over to get loaded in to a couple different stations. Now this right here should provide the 2 loading stations. One of them will go the normal way. The other one will go the reverse way. That should give me both. And then squiggle that down here. 2 squares away. Okay, got that. And then loaders. Bam, 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 bam. 30. Now this is the steel ones, actually, is it not? Yeah. We're going to hold this one back at 20 for now, because these are even more expensive. That's a lot of steel. 20 might even be ambitious, but we'll call it 20 for now. And this one will be 30. Okay, we need to power up everything, so let's get that connected. And then 5 on, 5 on. You are provide con block 2. You are provide con block 1. I believe that's all set up correctly. So those 4 are being loaded in the train network. Woo! Look at that. We are, oh my gosh, we have a crushed stone issue. That should probably be in my next stream. Fix crushed stone. Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark. So let's check real quick. How far away is geode washing? Geode washing is already done. We will need to store the crystal dust. So this is a little crazy how this all works. So we have 2 options for slag slurry. We are trying to maximize our slag slurry here. So I'm going to kind of investigate both here. So option 1 is slag. Slag, if you're trying to make it directly, comes from electrolyzing. And once you have these electrodes, is that faster? 2 seconds versus 4 seconds. Yeah, that is faster. And then you get a used electrolyzer electrode, which is... How do those work again? Electrode... you purify that, and that's pretty easy. So that's totally worth doing. Can I make these yet? I can. Perfect. And so then we can already do this recipe. So that makes slag a lot faster to get if you do this electrode loop. So we can use this recipe. And I'm guessing we can get electrolyzer 2s, but let me check. Electrolyzer 2 requires stuff we have. It's the expensive stuff, but we can do it. So I will assume electrolyzer 2 and liquefier 2 for this. Okay, so that's all we would need for 100 slag slurry is 13 electrolyzers. Pretty simple. We have to loop it back. We need a lot of water. We have to clean the electrodes. But you can see here the cleaning is going to be... oh, never mind. Thought it could be done a little faster. Do we have Chem Plant 2s? Chemical Plant. No, we do not. Definitely not. So Chem Plant 1 it is. So that is a lot of Chem Plants. And... wait, why are the numbers different here? What is going on? 25. Why is this 25? Oh, it's providing water. Never mind. We only need 5 Chem Plants. Well, 6. So that's not bad. And purified water, which just for argument's sake, we'll throw in here. What the heck? Oh. Now that's interesting. Why did that... oh, I clicked on that. I kind of didn't even... I've never once used this in my life. But this is one of the few places it makes sense. Because you can make purified water from scratch in 3.5 hydro plants, or you can just reuse the hydrogen and oxygen. Wait, but that's horrible, because that takes way more power. So ironically, even though it is beautiful and it loops things nicely and you have less waste, it ends up wasting way more because of all the power usage. And 6 of these versus 4 of these. These are a little bigger, but it's not insanely bigger. We even get free saline water, which I could turn into compost if I wanted to, via brown algae. All that to say, I'm digressing a bit further than I wanted to. I need to see how to get 100 slag slurry from geode washing, so we're going to compare that. Now, what's annoying is I can't do it as an ingredient output, so I actually have to start a new block here. And for geodes, they come from heavy mud water. So we switch this around, and we say 100 heavy mud water a second, just for sake of argument. And then these all get crushed into their respective crystal dusts and crushed stone. And then crushed stone gets turned into slag slurry. And now to figure out how much I need, all you have to do is divide this number by the slag slurry being output, and then multiply it by the number you want. So divided by 23.13 times 100 will then give me the amount of heavy mud water I would need to get 100. And then sometimes the rounding happens, and that bothers me, so I do it one more time. Divided by 99.99 times 100, and then it should fix itself, usually after 2 steps. So this is what we need to get 100 slag slurry worth of crushed stone. Actually, this looks pretty rough. 28.6 washing plants. Can I get washing plant 2 yet? Actually, that's a yes. That's a positive Ghost Rider, so that helps. And then I believe, are we on Ore Crusher 2s as well? We are. Okay, good. So we'll hit play on that. And then we already said Liquefier 2. Though I didn't check that. Liquefier 2? Yeah, we're good on that. Yep. Okay. So this is the difference. We've got this one, 7.5 megawatts. And we get some mineralized water and saline water, oxygen, and hydrogen out. 27 buildings, half of which are big electrolyzers. The other option uses less power, but we need 40 buildings, half of which are washing plants, which are, I think, smaller than electrolyzers, but because of the way you have to connect pipes on washing plants, you can't put them adjacent to each other. And so maybe this one could be put adjacent, but I doubt it, because I think mud water and water go in at right angles. And so these are going to be just as big as electrolyzers. So I actually think, weirdly enough, that the slag slurry from Slag is maybe a better option. And there's one really big reason this is a better option. Slag is 5 times denser than crushed stone. So that helps a lot with the trains. Hey, Jamort, how's it going? Yeah, Pure Angels. It's not played by a ton of people these days, but it is played. And it's pretty fun, because Bob's adds a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily want. So the reason we do care about crystal dust is for biters and some stuff you do later, crystal seeds, and crystal slurry. Crystal slurry is used for, whatchamacallit? Why can't I think of the word? Crystal slurry is used for the tier 2 of all the sorting. So you know how we need slag slurry? Well, we need crystal slurry for like the next level of ores and everything. So we are going to need that, and this would help us get a bunch of crystal dust for the crystal slurry. So the final question I kind of want to figure out for myself is... shoot, where to go? Oh, I was thinking about transporting slag slurry as a liquid rather than the solid of crushed stone. So a tanker... where are they? Right now we have, I believe, these fluid things that can handle 40,000? Yeah, 40,000. 40,000 is 400 hundreds. So it's only 400 sets of this. What's 400 sets of 50? That is 20k. That is equivalent to 100 stacks of crushed stone. And you're already getting the sulfuric in. So it's actually best to transport the liquid slag slurry over crushed stone, by the way. It's probably... the filtering is a whole nother step, so you might want to do that somewhere else, but it would be best to transport the liquid slag slurry. That's just an interesting fact. So I kind of need to figure out what I want to do with all that. Part of me wants to go with this route for now, because it's way easier to build on site. I might just build this, and oh gosh, look at that. That's a huge difference. Wait, no it's not. Why do we have... oh, I think I need way more slag slurry, don't I? How much do I have going over here? Oh yeah, we have like 450 slag slurry going on. That's bonkers. Potentially using that much. I could always set up a smaller version of this just to kind of keep providing slag slurry into the system, and then later I can set this up, because we will need the crystal dust for crystal slurry eventually anyway, and then we'll prioritize using this slag slurry. Oh, I just got scared. I was standing on a rail and I saw a train, and that's why we don't stand on rails, folks. That's why we don't stand on rails. We are probably getting close to the end of the episode here, but I do want to set up the cellulose fiber that we will use for all the electronics blocks. So we're going to hop back on our train and run over to the green algae area, which is over here. And we'll set up some cellulose fiber, which is just assemblers. So, easy peasy. Okay, so then we'll pop over here. This is all being loaded up. And we will split off half of this. And I'm just going to do a big line of assemblers. I think this is fine. I don't remember how fast these go. I'm going by feel. Because I remember making other rows of these before. I do need an even number for my brain right now. Yeah, it's 2.5 a second. That alone, or this whole row does about 20. So, I should build it on this side. Okay, so that'll get me a maximum of 10. That'll go on one side of a red belt. So I'll leave it on one side. Might as well stay inside the rails here. Oh, maybe that was a bad idea, because I can't go all the way. Nope, just kidding. Undo, undo, undo. Might as well not do that, because that's a horrible idea. Why would anyone do that? Go this way. We will shimmy our way through the rail spaghetti here. For this, I'll have underground. Oh gosh, that's some true spaghetti here. I forgot about the old way we did this. I like our new way a lot more. Okay, and then we're gonna come up and load into here, so like that. And voila! Cellulose fiber. And then all we gotta do is turn you to channel 1 only. Provide stack threshold is 20 for that. And then on train limit, name it provide cellulose fiber. And then we'll say from green algae. Alright, there we go. And this does not need to fill all the way up. 3. I think that's 16 if I counted correctly. Maybe I should do more, but that feels like a lot. I don't lose anything by letting it fill up. I lose a slight amount of paper throughput. Should be fine. Okay, so that's set up. I am walking away from my train again. I really need to stop doing that. I need a Spidertron or jetpack. But those things are expensive. Also, Brandon, welcome back for the end. Oh, let's make that radar, and then I think we'll call it an episode. Because I don't think I quite have time for the E-block build, which is here. We'll go ahead and pin that. It's not crazy complicated, but I do need to set up all the requesting for trains. The build itself is actually quite simple. Look at that. That's not bad at all. Radar, bam. Let's put you all the way down here in this area. Yeah, so I'll set all this up in the next episode, and then finally we'll have caught up almost entirely. Still a few stragglers, like resin and motor 2s, but for the most part, I will have recreated all of this base in the city blocks. And we can finally start making things we haven't made before, and that will feel very good, let me tell you. Let me tell you what. How's this stuff coming along, by the way? I guess I should just click on this. So we're still short on all the main metals and lots of crushed stone. So someday that will go better. What's also interesting is like the solder coil, for example. Like it's getting closer to backing up, and once the solder coil's backed up, then we won't be needing mineral catalysts to go towards the tin and lead that make solder. And so we will see a little bit of an uptick in my iron and steel and copper once these other lesser used ones back up. So that's good. But anyway, I'm going to call it an episode there. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next episode.